What is up, you guys? It is me again. I hope you guys are having a blessed day today. I went to sleep at 6 in the morning and I woke up a couple hours ago at 9:03 p.m. It is, don't have my watch with me, but it's past midnight. So it's crazy. I think I had some kind of sickness or some kind of cold or something like that in my body that needed rest. I didn't feel any sickness or anything like that, but to sleep for that long, something might have been going on. But, alright, so this is going to be a really I've made this video a couple times, and I'm going to make it again. It's going to be a kind of a creepy video. Alright, so let's cut into it. Let's get to the point. Back in 2014, 2015-ish, there was I think it was 2014. I went to my uncle's church. Yeah, look how far I can stretch my fingers. I went to my uncle's church. He's a priest. Back in 2014 and 2015, he was living in the church that he preached at was actually his home that they let the priest at, and the church was over 200 years old. And my dad was there, my uncle was there, and I was there. I was sleeping in the basement of the church, which is the downstairs, actually, where the church is. The church itself, where they don't sleep, I slept there, but the church where people come to worship, that's in the basement, actually. They were on the upstairs, so it's the second floor. So it's kind of, all right, so this is kind of creepy a little bit. So the basement had a door that was shut and locked. Then behind the basement door, there was another door that was shut. Then it went into a little dining area. And then there was another door that was also shut. And also, my dad's door was closed, and my uncle's door was closed. I was the only one awake at the dead of night, 4 in the morning, on the computer talking to people on Facebook. And I felt this presence down there with me. I felt there's this presence down there with me. I instantly knew that I was not alone. I wasn't alone. I couldn't see anybody else there, but let me tell you, I was terrified. I was frozen with fear. I heard footsteps walking down the steps of the basement, and I was frozen with fear. Seriously, I was hearing footsteps. I was hearing people walking down there, and I was the only one down there, so I thought nobody else that I could see was down there. See what I said? What I did there? Nobody that I could see. So you guys know me. I'm not like the Seventh-day Adventist Church. I personally believe that once a person dies, immediately after a person dies, their soul goes to heaven or hell. Not unconsciousness until the second coming of Jesus Christ, but that we immediately go to heaven or hell after we die. Because the rich man and Lazarus were in paradise and hell, Hades, after they died. So I truly believe with all my heart that immediately after we die, we go to heaven or hell. But I repeat, there is nothing in the Bible whatsoever If you can find one thing in the Bible that indicates that a person becomes a ghost-like person, a ghost or a spirit that dwells on the earth, is stuck and trapped on earth after they die, without going to the afterlife, if you can prove that by scripture to me, I will delete this channel. You're wondering, like, why, Zach, are you going to such high risks? Well, because there's nothing in scripture that says that it's possible for a person to become a ghost or like a spirit trapped on earth, that they have such strong regrets or unfinished business that they become ghosts and can't move on to the afterlife. There's nothing in the Bible that indicates that. There is, however, in fact, scriptures that indicate that ghosts are demons. Demonic people are demonic spirits of fallen angels, deceiving people into believing that they're their loved ones that have passed on. So there's nothing in the Bible that you can ever find that indicates that that it's possible for a person to stay on earth after they're dead in their spirit form, roaming around the earth, disembodied as a ghost-like spirit that has unfinished business, that can't move on to the afterlife. I don't believe for an instant, for 1 second even, that that ghosts that are on earth are actually people that used to be people but are passed on. They are demons, and if you see a ghost of your loved one or someone like that on earth, they're not your loved ones. They are not your loved ones. We have demons. We have familiar spirits, which a familiar spirit is, in fact, a demon. Just like we all have guardian angels, we all have familiar spirits. And familiar spirits are demons, demonic entities that are with us 24/7, and they study our personalities. They study what we do, what we like, how we act, so that if they decide later on after we pass that they can appear to our loved ones as us, they will have very great acting skills of deceiving people into believing that they are in fact us. See what I'm saying? Because they study our personality. They by the time we die, they will have everything down pat. The demons will have everything down pat. They will have all of our interests, what we love doing, how we speak, all of our like jokes that we made, our funny sense of humor. They'll be able to impersonate us 100%. So I'm just letting you know right now, if you see a person that was your loved one, but if you see them as like a ghost or a spirit, it is not your loved one. Because your loved one is either in heaven or hell. It is not your loved ones. There is nothing in the Bible whatsoever that indicates that it's possible for a person to become a ghost after they die and be trapped on earth until they finish whatever it was that they needed to do before they died, and as such they can't move on until their unfinished business is completed. So what I felt was, what I heard were demons in that basement. They were demons trying to scare me. I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no idea why a Catholic. Well, probably because it was Catholic. I don't know about that. But my uncle, priest uncle, is a Catholic priest. But isn't that still a house of God? Why are there demons in a holy place? Why would a church basement be filled with demonic spirits? I ignored them and they went away. So I ignored them and they went away. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you felt a presence before when you were by yourself and it was scary and terrifying and made you just like this, like, No, there's nothing wrong with your internet. I just did that to demonstrate being frozen with fear. Then, let me tell you, they were probably demons. I guess nothing holy. An angel. Angels wouldn't make you freeze with solid fear. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy.